What if I told you real intelligence doesn't shine under a spotlight? It hides in the shadows, watching, listening, laughing quietly, while the world mistakes loudness for brilliance. Because truly intelligent people don't need to be seen, they need to understand. And once you learn to notice their signs, the dark, subtle signs, you'll realize how rare real intelligence truly is. Let's begin from the rarest one. Number 7. They see patterns no one else does. While everyone else sees random events, they see connections, invisible threads tying everything together. You think something's just a coincidence? They already see the motive, the chain reaction, the psychology behind it. They notice the micro-expressions, the inconsistencies, the energy shift in a room. It's not magic, it's awareness. The kind of awareness that makes people uncomfortable because it's almost X-ray vision. And that's what makes them dangerous. Not because they manipulate, but because they understand. Number 6. Their humor cuts deep. Not the silly kind, the dark, intelligent, sarcastic humor that makes people laugh first and think later. Every joke they make hides a truth. Every smirk has a reason. It's not comedy, it's camouflage. Because humor is the safest place to hide intelligence in plain sight. They use it to test people, to see who laughs with them and who laughs at them. And trust me, if they ever use sarcasm on you, it's never random. It's a psychological mirror. Number 5. They prefer isolation. Not because they hate people, but because most conversations feel like chewing cardboard, flavorless and repetitive. They crave meaning in a world obsessed with noise. So they withdraw, not as an escape, but as a filter. They don't need company to feel alive. They need clarity to think straight. Call them loners, call them antisocial. They don't care. Because while everyone else wastes time chasing validation, they're busy studying reality. Number 4. They overthink everything. But not in the dramatic, emotional way you think. They replay moments like scientists analyzing data. Every word, every pause, every tone, dissected. They can't stop. Their brain refuses to rest. Even silence feels loud to them. They don't just remember what you said. They remember how you said it. Overthinking isn't their weakness, it's their weapon. It's how they decode the truth hiding between the lines. Number 3. They're skeptical, almost ruthlessly so. Tell them a story, and they won't nod politely. They'll ask, why? They'll find the missing piece. Because they don't believe what they're told, they believe what makes sense. This makes them dangerous in a world built on manipulation. They don't follow authority blindly. They don't repeat trends. They question everything, even themselves. And that's why society calls them difficult. But the truth is, difficult is what people call you when they can't lie to you. Number 2, they're not impressed by anyone. You can brag about your success, your money, your followers. They'll just stare with that blank, amused expression that says, "That's cute." Because they see through the performance. They know when you're pretending to be confident. They know when your pride is just insecurity wearing a crown. They've seen this pattern too many times, the loud ones seeking validation and the quiet ones holding real power. They don't need to compete. They already know that true intelligence doesn't need to prove anything. Number 1. They look boring. No chaos, no emotional explosions, no need to dominate conversations. They sit quietly, observing the circus, sipping their coffee while everyone else tries to sound profound. You might think they're uninterested, but they're actually collecting data. Because the smartest person in the room rarely needs to speak to prove it. Their silence is strategy. They let others fill the quiet with noise, and in that noise, people expose themselves. It's psychological chess, and they're always 3 moves ahead. Now here's the dark truth. Real intelligence doesn't shine, it studies. It doesn't argue, it analyzes. It doesn't react, it observes. That's why you rarely notice it until it's too late. Because intelligence that hides is the most powerful kind. The kind that sees the world's illusions and quietly decides not to participate. But here's the irony. Society doesn't reward this kind of mind. It rewards noise. It rewards confidence over clarity, popularity over perception. So the truly intelligent hide their brilliance like a secret weapon. They blend in. They pretend not to care. And when the world underestimates them, they smile. Because that's the safest place to be, underestimated. They don't chase attention. They don't crave validation. They already have something rarer, understanding. And that's what makes them untouchable. So next time you meet someone quiet, skeptical, detached, don't mistake it for weakness. That's awareness. That's control. That's intelligence, refusing to perform for a world addicted to pretending. You can fake confidence. You can fake charm. You can fake success. But intelligence? You can't fake that. Because it's not a skill, it's a frequency. And only those tuned into it can feel it. Maybe that's why people sense something off about the truly intelligent. Because awareness makes you unpredictable. And unpredictability is terrifying to those who live inside illusions. So if you've ever been told you think too much, question too much, or care too little about fitting in, congratulations! That's not a flaw. That's one of the 7 dark signs of real intelligence. They don't want you to notice.